self-control, the ability to keep oneself from doing things to other people that aren't the things that Jesus would do, even when your heart kind of thinks they deserve it. See, self-control is the thing that keeps us from doing what ourself would really like to do. Unfortunately, even with the best intentions, you will find yourself a failure. See, the very concept of self-control implies a battle between an individual and itself. You might say a divided self. It implies that our self produces a desire we should not satisfy, but instead control. We should deny ourselves and take up our cross daily, Jesus says, and follow Him. Daily, our self produces desires that we should deny or control. But here's what I know. No exhortation or challenge from the pulpit today will move you towards anything unless something else moves you. See, the Christian way of self-control is not just say no. The problem is with the word just. You don't just say no. Remember, the principle of the Proverbs is that even when we know what the right and wise and life-giving path is, we too frequently take the other path. Even when we know the path towards wisdom, we don't choose it. For whatever you need in your season of life, God might give you the gift of teaching or leadership or discernment or speaking in tongues or prophetic gift. God will give you the gift you need for your season for Him to use you in His world. And that happens at redemption. That Spirit deposits in you things that God's going to call out of you later in life. And so when you need self-control, or you need a teaching gift, or you need kindness or gentleness, or you need a prophetic gift, or a word of wisdom for a season rightly fit, God gives those to you and uses people to call those gifts out of you. So in the same way that all of these proverbs are laid out before us and we can never keep those proverbs, we can never measure up. Even when we know the right thing to do, we do the other thing. God knows that we cannot show self-control. The assurance of your victory over every battle in your life was secured because of Jesus' self-control. When He allowed the wrath of the Father to be poured out on His only begotten Son, it assured you that through faith, that wrath would never be poured out on you. In doing so, all of the gifts that were rightfully Jesus's, including self-control, becomes your gift. Maybe your entire life you struggled with speaking life, not death, with pausing when you knew you should take time. Here's the good news. You never could, so Jesus did, so that He could give you His Spirit, so that you could forevermore. And that's the gospel.